Good evening, Fort Thomas community, and welcome to our NTI district update. We wanted to give you a bit of information from Governor Beshear's press conference. If you had a chance to watch him, he has been giving us the 10 steps that it will take for us to be then healthy at work, which means if we follow these 10 steps as we start to open up businesses and start to open up different facets of our economy and of our community, then we should be able to phase in and start getting a little bit back to normal. In addition, he gave us some dates, which was very positive for us to be able to look at and say, if we can follow these rules, we will be able to open up some of our retail shops in the community. Some of our organizations, dog grooming, for example. I can tell you my dogs need some grooming. And so we just have to make sure that we follow those. Have noticed a little bit of some people not social distancing. I'm talking about you teenagers. So it's pretty important that you stay 6 feet away from each other. I know it's really, really hard, but we have invested a ton of time and everyone has really followed the rules. So this would not be the time to start easing up on those. So please follow the social distancing rules. One update from yesterday, we are keeping our families in our thoughts, and I wanted to make sure that if you didn't get to see Mr. Picasso's broadcast, that you go to this link and you will be able to view that. There is the call for everyone to put their green lights on or to put some sort of lights or candles on so that we can remember Austin and David. Also to keep Michael in your prayers and thoughts as he is battling injuries. So let's be sure to keep those families in our thoughts. In addition, if you would like to give a card or gift card, a reminder that you can put those in the mail slot at the district office. As we focus on highlighting what's going on with non-traditional instruction, we're going to follow up with a little bit more about world language. You probably know we have been working on our Portrait of a Graduate skills ever since the summer of 2017. We have an amazing Portrait of a Graduate that was developed by you, our teachers, our students, our community, and one of those areas is Global Communicator. And when we talk about being a global communicator, we want all of our students to do the typical communication skills, to be able to listen, to be able to speak, to be able to write, but also we want them to understand the global significance of the work that they do in the world and be able to understand what it's like to work in a global economy and to understand others. And that's one of the reasons that our district has placed such an emphasis on world language, to the fact that we even have Spanish instruction starting at elementary school. So we heard from some of our teachers today, and we're just going to highlight, here's another quick activity video from a young child at Woodfill that is in Mrs. Turner's Spanish class.
Hola, mis amigos. Tengo pan, pescado, sal, maíz y queso. Me gusta huevos. Hasta luego.
In addition, here are a couple of snippets from Mrs. Hafey's class as she is teaching Spanish at the high school. So you can see the extent of the proficiency that our students have before they leave us.
Hola. Así, el audio habló sobre las tradiciones familiares, cómo pueden vincular la familia y cómo las tradiciones pueden ir de una generación a una otra generación y son importantes partes de la familia. Y así, la tradición que traté a vincular eran...
Hola. Today I'm talking about the preterite tense. Preterite tense is one of Spanish's past tenses. It expresses an action that took place at a definite time in the past. But what does that actually mean? You just have to think about verbs that end in ed, like ended, cooked, or painted. You also have to think about verbs like to run. In English, we would use ran, but in Spanish, you would have to think about that as run. So, even verbs that don't look like they would be preterite tense verbs in English probably are, like bought, sang, ran, went, and ate. But how do you conjugate that? We're going to start with AR verbs. So on the last page, I conjugated these three verbs, terminar, gozar, and pintar. But there are actually endings for that, which are the yo form is e, tu form is aste, the usted form is o, the nos form is amos, and the eos form is aron. And you do have to note that the accents are important, so the accent on the A and the accent on the O matter.
Thank you. We hope that we can all follow the rules so that we can get back to a bit of normalcy. And as we work on being global communicators, even being able to travel, and even if we can't travel physically, we hope that we can all travel virtually and get to know other parts of the world and other people in parts of the world. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Thank you.